Welcome back. We're down to a little more than a month until we elect one of our two presidential nominees. Danielle, has either candidate made any progress in winning your vote in November?
This has been an interesting week with Hillary's health issues kind of bouncing around, and it's funny how they're having similar problems at the moment. If you want to take the foundation issue, for example, with Hillary's foundation, sending all the money overseas that they're saying, and now with Trump's foundation, that all the controversy of him bringing in private funds from these large corporations that he's working with and using them perhaps inappropriately. My decision is still the same, so I can't say that I have been swayed. How about you, Ron?
I'm a Hillary Clinton supporter anyway, so I'll just put that out on the table. Has she had problems? Yes. Has she handled them well? No. Could she handle them better? In hindsight, yes. But her opponent, as I said before, flip-flops on the flip-flops, lies about the flip-flop on the flip-flops. And then when he called Ted Cruz and all those people crooked, who's any more crooked than what he is?
So he's a politician truly after your own heart.
Oh, he wasn't a politician. Remember, he's a business person. He's not a politician. But boy, he sure learned fast.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
I mean, he's fit the bill to the T. And the things that he's done, what's he hiding in his taxes? What did he do? What did he do with the Ukraine when he brought his man in with the Ukraine?
Ron, what's the tax return going to show you?
It's going to show you where he spent money illegally. It's going to show you where he sent his money. It's going to show you the money that he said he gave to charity, he didn't give to charity.
I tell you, let's look at his business statements instead of his tax returns. That would give us a little bit more insight.
To see if he's worth $10 billion?
He's not worth $10 billion.
That's exactly right, but he says he is.
Well, whether we, if you don't mind, whether we see his tax returns or not, we do all know that he has businesses across the world. Right. So, that's another thing that's come up this week is how will his relationships with his own companies, how is that going to maybe affect our national security?
Only thing I have to say to you are the Kennedys. Kennedys had influences across the world, and JFK managed to be a successful president. So, that's going to be, he's going to remove himself from the equation, is at least what he has said. So the impact of policy and procedures is done by Congress.
Well, he just hasn't flip-flopped on that.
Do you think he'll remove himself from the equation?
No. We have a bridge for sale someplace if he does. The things that man has done, because...
Yeah, but I think we have gone through the presidential election to the point the horse is dead.
Which horse?
And that's been, about 10 of them by now. So... But the bigger thing is Senator Mikulski is retiring at the end of this year and has been in her position 38 years. And so we now have an open Senate seat. And it's like, I don't care who gets in. At the end of 4 years, at the end of 8 years, that person is going bye-byes. Senate seat, there are no term limits for congressmen or senators. So have you seen the little image that has how many different people have been in office for over 20 years? So I think the Senate seat is potentially just as important as the presidential seat, and how many people can even pronounce the names of both people running?
Chris Van Hollen, Kathy Zazlega, or something along those lines. I'm sure I butchered her name. Any opinions on those two?
Neither one. Do you think Van Hollen's a shoo-in?
No, nobody's a shoo-in. I'm a Holland supporter. I've been friends with Chris Van Hollen for years. His knowledge, his ability on the national stage to talk about budgets has been totally outstanding over the last many years.
Danielle, any thoughts?
I was going to go back to the national election.
Go where you want, we'll follow you.
Because I was thinking about, again, what's happened this week with a lot of the hate-filled, commentary that's been going back and forth. And it reminds me of, as a Ravens fan, the Ravens and Steelers competition. I remember when my father first got season tickets to the Ravens and we went in the stadium and the entire place was just covered with Steelers fans, right? And as the years go on, it's now more Ravens. And where we used to say, I hate the Steelers, and they would say, I hate the Ravens, back and forth like that. These two candidates really, when it comes down to it, I think they really respect the competition and they feed off of it, and it's a frenzy, and it's going to continue.
I think this is a rivalry similar to the Cowboys-Redskins,
There you go.
Back in the old days. We also have the local race for District 6 seat with Congressman Delaney and Ami Hober. Anyone want to chime in an opinion on that? We have about 30 seconds to...
I'm a I'm a John Delaney fan, again, because I think he's very pro-business. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. I think he attempts to work across the aisle, and I think she was funded by the Pentagon. And I talked to Terry Baker one day, who ran one tremendous race and finished second, and she had millions of dollars, and he spent $35,000.
Oh, it's kind of like Hillary and Trump.
Because of Trump's money?
Exactly. Well, no, how much money Hillary spent, she spent how many
But
millions
we're
of
talking
dollars?
about Delaney.
I understand.
And we're talking about Terry Baker and Ami Hober. And Terry Baker, she's funded by people in the Pentagon. There's enough wasted money in the Pentagon now.
Okay. Well, on that, how about we wrap it up? And up next, stay tuned for Fast Five.